So there used to be a time where people did things they call safe, sane, and consensual, right? Okay. And like how they be saying, and for a time that was good. Basically, they were saying that we agreed that the 2 of us, the 3 of us, the 30 of us are gonna come together, and everything we're gonna do, we doing it with the fact that we're gonna do it safely, we're gonna do it with sane minds, and it's gonna be consensual, right? Mm-hmm. That sounds good. But what they found out is it wasn't enough, because everybody's level of sanity ain't the same, everybody's level of safety ain't the same, and then everybody didn't have an understanding of consent, right? Then they came up with RAC, Risk Awareness Consensual Kink, right? So a lot of people just stuck at RAC, which basically saying, hey, the shit that we finna do comes with some inherent risk. You should be aware of those risks, right? Because we finna do some consensual kink, right? And then for a longer time, like I say, some people still go with that. It was good. Am I speaking too fast? Let me know if I'm speaking too fast.
No, not at all.
Right? And so then they found some problems with that, right? Because everybody wasn't making themselves aware of the risk. They were saying, well, you should have told me that this was gonna happen, right? So then they came up with PRIC, right? So PRIC is personal responsibility, informed consensual kink, and y'all don't have to remember those, right? Mm-hmm. It sounds like, once you think about it, you're like, what's PRIC? You know what I'm saying? PRIC is like better. Before I learned about what I'm gonna tell y'all now, is I'm PRIC with this new attachment I'm gonna give y'all. PRIC is personal responsibility, informed consensual kink. That if, hey, we sit down and do this thing, you come to this motherfucker with a level of responsibility that you gotta take care of. If, like, so for me, I'll give people some shit to read for rope, but they gotta read the shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If we're gonna do fire play, you gotta, if I say, hey, don't come with perfume on, you gotta take the responsibility not to put perfume on, right? Or if you gotta, you have a personal responsibility to know what the fuck's gonna go on. So if something happens, yeah, one of us is maybe a little bit more responsible and should be accountable to it, but you have a responsibility.
Everybody's accountable.
Everybody's accountable. All right. Now, there's a person named Coach Candace, Coach Feline in the community. Her and her team, but she created a thing called TIC, right? Trauma-informed consensual kink, right? I just told her, we were just talking today, was like, I'm gonna shorten to say, it's the FUBU of these frameworks. Okay. It's for us, by us, right? It's saying that, hey, in short, is trauma-informed based, right? Meaning that shit has happened to people. So in this case, you got some traumas that come, you have some traumas that come, right. And some traumatic shit may happen, right? We black folks in this world, right? You come with the full totality of being a black man in this world, you come with the full totality of being a black woman in this world, and there is no getting away from that shit, right? And what TIC framework does, it comes with the standpoint that black folks inherently in kink we move differently, right? Nod your head. Yeah, we move, like, so you might go to some spaces, like, so you're like, man, I want to learn how to, like, so part of what you just said to me, you want to learn how to move in these spaces. But when white folks around, we don't move the same way if it's all black folks around. Or if it's mixed and it's minorities. If you go as black and Mexicans, it's a different movement. Right? You and I just met each other today, but we still have an understanding of some inherent fucking cultural critiques, cultural courtesies and things like that. And the three of us have one, like we just talked about earlier, about not putting your purse on the floor. We come into it knowing that. We come into it knowing that, hey, if somebody's sweeping, don't sweep their fucking feet, right? I don't have to teach you that. If you don't know that, I'm looking at you like, well, who the fuck raised you, right? And so with that, like bringing it back to kink, there are some things kink-wise that just come with some level of trauma for black folks. Like master-slave dynamics. You're not finna readily call no white man Master Joe. Your name is Joe, Jobadiah, Big Joe. My man Joe, hey, that's white Joe. Hey fam, I'm not finna call you Master Joe. I'm not finna get into that, right? For me, TIC is important because I do rope bondage, and a lot of people are like, what do you think as it relates to hanging? I don't think about that because rope, I had to spin on some people like, hey man, for me, rope was a tool of liberation. You ever tried to walk some people down the street? Now imagine doing that at night when there's in a swamp and people's chasing you. How you gonna keep it? You can't everybody can't hold their hands in the middle of the night. No, motherfucker. We maybe need to tie some rope. If we use rope to hang up our clothes and wash our clothes, if you ain't got no belt and you putting rope around your wrist. Rope has done more than just hang people, right? There's also an inherent trauma associated with doing impact play, spanking motherfuckers, right? And so I stand with Tick, right? Because there are some inherent things that come with it, right? I can make an assumption that your mom and them told you don't hit women, right? You grow up one day, you start smacking asses and be like, hold on, mama. hey, mama.
You didn't tell me.
You didn't mention this. None of y'all mentioned this. None of y'all mentioned, hey, maybe, but mama, what if this beautiful lady who done put her mouth on me want me to choke her? What if she said it's okay to choke me? How do I do that? That's a little trauma with that. We have to reconcile with that, right? And so that's what Tick is about from my standpoint, right? And so I like to pass it on to people that we're gonna do some things based on that hey, there's some inherent traumas, right? There may be some big traumas. That may be, because the other part with traumas too, we're gonna move from this, is that you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what icebergs you have in your life, that you do things a certain way because, I grew up with, it's just me, my immediate family is me and my two sisters. So I have an iceberg of making sure I look out for my family, but also having to be out here by myself, because one time motherfucker chased me home, was like, what you gonna do, go get your sister? And now I gotta fight this nigga. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna go get her, but now I gotta stop. Y'all gotta give, one at a time. They didn't, but so in Kink, I understand that men in general are bigger groups of harm doers, right? And so when you go into Kink spaces, I look, when women complain, they like, oh, Dom's and this, I hear it, but I understand we part of the bigger problem, right? But also that as we work through these things, as you learn some of this stuff, and as y'all work through some stuff, use Kink to understand that he may push up against a thing that it may take a little time to work around. And then vice versa. It may be a thing that she like, I'm cool with it, but we gotta work through that. And then that, right? Period, hold on.